I had some questions in regards to how to place your logos into your template in Illustrator. So I wanted to show you a few things, hopefully clarify some things for you guys going forward here, because I know a lot of you guys are new to this program, so it's a little, it's a little intimidating for sure, but definitely don't give up. And I'm hoping that these videos will help you guys along, as well as the other videos supplied in the class. All right, so I just started out with this logo. I just did really quickly here just to show you how to implement this into your template. I am an Illustrator, and once you kind of come up with some logo ideas, all you have to do is select your logo, and we're just going to go up to Object and Group just to make sure we have all of our elements grouped together. We're not just, accidentally taking one part and not the other. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can, once you do the group, Object Group, now you can go up to Edit and Copy, which is Command C if you're on a Mac, and then open up your presentation. Now mine's just landscape, yours can be vertical, it doesn't matter. But once you have your presentation in Illustrator open, you can either do a File, Paste, or, actually that's not even paste, I'm sorry, go Edit, Paste, or Command V, because you already have that copied in your on your clipboard, which you can't see. It's like an imaginary clipboard. If you need to expand this so it's bigger, scale it up. Hold down the Shift key before pulling the outer boxes, your outer bounding box out, so that it pulls it proportionately. If you don't do that, watch what happens. What could happen? And this happens a lot. It becomes stretched and distorted. Whenever you start doing that, you basically degrade the typeface, so it's harder to read. It's not how it's supposed to be. So hold down that Shift key first and then pull out the bounding box for proportionate scale. There's also another option if you don't want to do that. There's the Scale tool in your toolbox, and all you need to do is double click on the Scale tool. This little box will appear. Make sure you have this scale corners and scale strokes and effects checked so that everything is scaled proportionately. And then where it says uniform, hit the preview so you can see when it happens. When you actually type in a number here, you can type in a higher number, hit preview, and you can see it getting bigger. You can type in a lower number, and you can see it getting smaller. And then click OK. You don't even have to commit yet. But once you're done, click OK, and it scales it proportionately. But this is how you would place it in here. You don't have to worry about layers or anything like that. Now, let's say you have a couple logos that you want to show here, and let's just say that these are different, different styles of logos, although I only have one. And you want to go, set your guides up. So just make sure you have your guides showing. And typically I like to show the rulers too. So go up to View, Show Rulers. And this will give you, your measurements of your document. And you can pull down your margin guides by clicking into the ruler. Click right into it, pull down, hold that click. And now you can start setting up some guidelines on where you want to set your logo, and just release, and that's your guideline. These can always change. You can, if they're not locked, if you go up to View and go up to Guides, you can unlock them, and then you can select them and delete them. So they're movable. So these won't print. This is just for you to set your logo onto. I'm going to do an Alt Option drag over so it makes a copy, just to show you how I would align this, okay? So you can definitely set up in the vertical. You have vertical ones too. So let's set this at 2 inches. And then, you can do it vertically and horizontally. So this is the way to, make sure everything's aligned perfectly. It kind of sets up your grid structure. I'm going to do a Shift Select so that I'm selecting both of these, and then an Alt Drag to pull them down. And yours obviously might look different. I'm just kind of showing you, just how to set this up in this way. Okay, so hopefully this kind of clarifies a lot for you guys. I know a lot of you guys are kind of frustrated with going forward. So, just reach out to me. This is what, I'm here to help you guys. I am, I want you guys to all succeed and learn along the way. Just know that, with learning something new, it can be frustrating. I mean, I've been there. But once you practice, and go forward and start to learn the program and the tools, you have more confidence, and it becomes more fun. So just hang in there. I did have one student that asked about how to create a new document in Illustrator, so I wanted to address that as well. So just open up Illustrator and do a File New. And I don't know if you can see this whole thing, so I'm going to pull this in here. And what's nice about Illustrator, and a lot of the programs too, they're all very similar, is they have some automatic items that maybe be based on what you've been working on. So you can actually pick in here if you see a size, or you can set your size here. So let's say you want to do an 8.5 by 11. Just make sure it's in inches. Everything else you could kind of leave the same and say create, and that's how you create a new document. Okay? So let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm going to place this in announcements also. I just posted another video that I did for somebody in class in regards to the pen tool, and I also will be providing you guys with the pen tool game that I was referring to in the video. 2 announcements also if you guys want to practice with that. All right, thanks everyone.